In 2024, Deadpool and Wolverine emerged as a box office and critical triumph. Notably, it was the sole Marvel Cinematic Universe film of the year. Following a string of disappointing movies, the MCU needed something substantial to re-engage audiences. The return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine appeared to accomplish just that. Beyond the film's commercial and critical success, there's a plethora of intriguing trivia surrounding Deadpool and Wolverine. In this video, I'll delve into some of the behind-the-scenes facts, movie trivia, and Easter eggs you may have missed during your viewing experience. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into Did You Know Deadpool and Wolverine? In 2018, Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox cast doubt on the future of a third Deadpool movie. During the acquisition process, Ryan Reynolds met with Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, to discuss the possibility of a third Deadpool movie. They even considered giving the new film a PG-13 rating, which would have made it accessible to a wider audience. Reynolds has revealed that there were 10 different pitches for Deadpool 3, one of which was envisioned as a small-budget road movie with a budget of around $10 million. Ultimately, when the film was greenlit to be Deadpool and Wolverine, it would keep its R rating, and that seems to have paid off, with the film crossing the $1 billion mark at the global box office, as well as being the highest-grossing R-rated movie of all time, both internationally and domestically. Marvel president Kevin Feige had initially advised Hugh Jackman not to return to the role of Wolverine for Deadpool and Wolverine. Feige said, "Don't come back, you had the greatest ending in history with Logan, that's not something we should undo." Early in the movie, Deadpool goes across the multiverse to find a variant of Wolverine to come back to his universe. We see several different versions referencing the character from multiple comic stories. The first variant we see is a comic-accurate version of Wolverine. Wolverine in the comic stands at 5 foot 3 inches tall, though Hugh Jackman stands at 6 foot 2 inches tall. The body double for the short Wolverine has been revealed to be Luke Bennett, a professional bodybuilder and actor. Luke Bennett shared a behind-the-scenes look at his Deadpool and Wolverine costume on Instagram. During the heyday of the Uncanny X-Men comics, Wolverine donned a distinctive yellow and brown costume, deviating from the iconic yellow and blue attire. Wolverine engages in an intense battle with the Hulk. The scene plays homage to the memorable moment from the comics where the Hulk clashed with Wolverine. Deadpool arrives in a universe where he's confronted by the live-action Old Man Logan, which is the comic that inspired the movie Logan from 2017. In this universe, Deadpool is shot by Wolverine before they get a chance to talk. Patch is a version of Wolverine who operated out of the fictional country Madripoor in the comics. He sports a white tuxedo and wears an eye patch. As Deadpool approaches him, Patch simply impales his head with his adamantium claws. Henry Cavill has a cameo as a Wolverine variant credited as the Cavalrine. Deadpool references that they will treat Cavill better than the guys did down the street. This is a reference to Cavill portraying Superman for the DC Universe and Warner Bros. Cavill had intended to return as Superman and had announced a return after a cameo in Black Adam, only to have the opportunity taken away from him when James Gunn took over DC, favouring a reboot of Superman instead. We see a version of Wolverine being crucified on a wooden X in the pouring rain, surrounded by a scene of carnage, bloody skulls and skeletons littering the ground. This depiction was inspired by the comic book story Fever Dream, in which Wolverine is similarly hanged, haunted by hallucinations as he struggles to overcome his defeat. We see a version of Wolverine which was inspired by the Age of Apocalypse event. This Wolverine was plucked straight from the comics. The variant possesses an even wilder and animalistic appearance than the typical Wolverine and is even missing an entire arm. The director of Deadpool and Wolverine, Sean Levy, revealed that he was initially offered the chance to direct 2013's The Wolverine, but he turned it down as he was more interested in doing original films. Levy, however, deeply regretted the decision and was keen to direct Deadpool and Wolverine as soon as it was offered to him. The Time Variance Authority set was not created using CGI, but was a real set built on a soundstage. Marvel is known for using a great deal of blue and green screens when making their movies, so this is a refreshing change. The Time Variance Authority first appeared in the Marvel series Loki. Members of the TVA are made up of new cast members, which does include Matthew McFadden playing the character Paradox, though Wumi Musaka reprises her role from the Loki series as B-15. When the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine first dropped, many people thought Hugh Jackman used prosthetic arms in order to make them look more muscular. However, this was shot down by Deadpool comic creator Rob Liefeld. When visiting during production, Liefeld said they were 100% real and confirmed it by feeling Hugh Jackman's muscles on the set. In the background of the scene where Deadpool and Wolverine go up against Deadpool variants, a shoe store named Liefeld's Just Feet can be seen. This is a nod to Deadpool's creator Rob Liefeld, who is well known for his poor portrayal of drawing characters' feet in the comics. When it was revealed that Hugh Jackman would be returning to play Wolverine in Deadpool 3, Reynolds and Jackman said that they would not be touching what happened in Logan, as it was considered a definitive end to the character. However, the opening of the film breaks the fourth wall, saying that they lied about that, and that Deadpool imagines people will moan about this online. The opening credits of Deadpool and Wolverine have Deadpool dig up the adamantium skeleton of Wolverine from Logan and use it as a weapon to fight off TVA agents who seek to capture him. James Mangold, the director of both The Wolverine and Logan, expressed his disapproval of the decision to bring back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in a new movie. He believes that the character received a conclusive ending in Logan, which released in 2017. Additionally, Mangold criticised the concept of multiverse movies, suggesting that they undermine the art of storytelling by allowing for endless possibilities and diminishing the impact of individual narratives. He believes that this approach can lead to a lack of focus and emotional investment in the characters and their journeys. The movie features the appearance of many variants of the Deadpool character, with some familiar voices. Lady Deadpool is voiced by Blake Lively, the wife of Ryan Reynolds, and Cowboy Deadpool is voiced by Oscar-winning actor Matthew McConaughey. Also, Headpool is voiced by actor Nathan Fillion. Tom Holland's younger brother Harry Holland made a surprising appearance as a Deadpool variant. Whilst filming, Reynolds was not aware that Harry was the brother of Spider-Man actor Tom Holland. Harry had appeared in a deleted scene in Spider-Man No Way Home before his second role in the MCU. Babypool and Kidpool are portrayed by Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's daughters, Olin and Inez respectively. Reynolds joked that Inez Reynolds is the only co-star that he has ever argued with. Reynolds' other children have credits in the movie. His son James is credited as Screaming Mutant, and his daughter Betty is credited as Hugh Jackman's Wrangler. Another variant we see is called Welshpool, and is depicted by Welsh football star Paul Mullin, who currently plays for Wrexham United, the football club owned by Ryan Reynolds. The movie also had a deleted scene which featured Rob McElhenney, known for his role in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Ryan Reynolds' co-owner of the Welsh football club Wrexham United. McElhenney filmed a cameo appearance, however the scene did not make it to the final cut. Reynolds said he was mortified that the scene didn't make the final film. The NSYNC song Bye 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 features during the opening credits of the movie, with Deadpool dancing along to the song. However, this is not the first time the song by NSYNC has featured in X-Men movies. The song briefly appeared in X-Men 2 back in 2003. After the scene where the X-Mansion is attacked and Wolverine steals Cyclops' car, Pyro, as played by Aaron Stanford, says he doesn't like uncomfortable silences and turns on the stereo, to which Bye 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 blasts out before being turned off by Wolverine. Deadpool is seen dancing to the NSYNC song Bye 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 during the opening credits, however it is not Ryan Reynolds in the suit during this scene. Deadpool during this sequence was portrayed by dancer and choreographer Nick Pauli. Reynolds praised him highly for this scene and even stated, "If it looks like the person who's dancing doesn't have arthritis, that's him." Chris Evans appears in the movie, reprising the role of Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, from the Fantastic Four movies. Evans had also played Captain America more recently across multiple movies in the MCU. Evans was eager to return to play Johnny Storm and stated that all it took for him to return was a text from Reynolds. Evans stated, "It was a couple of years ago and I got a text from Ryan, we're buddies. He said, 'Listen, if you don't like this idea, no worries whatsoever, but I have something that could really bring the house down and would let you play a character from your past.'" Evans had appeared in a cameo scene in the Ryan Reynolds movie Free Guy and stated he would do anything for Ryan as he trusted his creative vision, stating, "He gave me a great cameo in Free Guy already and I just trust him completely, so the chance to be Johnny again I couldn't pass up. I loved it. It was fun to shoot, fun to watch, all of it." Evans's appearance in the movie sees Deadpool believing him to be Captain America, and is excited to hear him say "Avengers Assemble" before being surprised when the character says "Flame On" instead, which was Johnny Storm aka the Human Torch's catchphrase. Evans also declined the use of cue cards for his long rant scene in the end credits scene, favouring to memorise the whole thing. Evans said, "Ryan was like, 'Listen, if you need cue cards,' I was like, 'I don't need cue cards, I'm showing up off book. I don't get to say dialogue like this, trust me, I'm going to enjoy every second of this, memorised." Wesley Snipes returns as Blade. Reynolds had worked with Snipes on Blade Trinity in 2003, and Reynolds was keen to see Snipes reprise the role of Blade, even stating that he deserves a Logan-style send-off for the character. Famously, Snipes had wanted to return as Blade, but Mahershala Ali had been cast in the MCU as the character back in 2019. However, that version of the character has been in development hell and hasn't gone into production even 5 years later. Snipes' version of Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine pokes fun at this, stating there will only ever be one Blade, hinting at a future reprisal of the character in the MCU. Snipes revealed that Reynolds had contacted him personally to appear in the movie, though Snipes thought a return in the context given was unlikely. This was due to the announced Mahershala Ali version of Blade and the fact that Disney now owned Marvel. However, it all worked out in the end, and fans have been thrilled to see that Snipes has returned to the role after 20 years. Tyler Mane reprises the role of Sabretooth after 24 years. Mane had portrayed Sabretooth in the first X-Men movie back in 2000. Mane only has a small role in the movie, but was excited to return. Liev Schreiber, who portrayed the character in 2008's X-Men Origins Wolverine, had reportedly been approached to appear in the movie as well, but declined. Aaron Stanford reprises his role as Pyro in the movie from X2 and X-Men The Last Stand, and even received his name in the opening credits. The character was revealed in the first trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, and his appearance led to the speculation of other characters from the Brotherhood of Mutants returning to appear. Variants of other characters from previous Marvel movies do appear in The Void, but not portrayed by their original actors. To name a few, we see Lady Deathstrike, Toad, Juggernaut, Bullseye, Azazel, and the Blob. Actor Vinnie Jones had revealed that he was offered the chance to reprise the role of Juggernaut from X-Men The Last Stand in Deadpool and Wolverine. Jones, however, turned down the opportunity despite meeting with the film's director. Jones stated that the suit he had to wear to play Juggernaut was too much drama to put on both physically and mentally. A different version of Juggernaut did feature in Deadpool 2 and was voiced by Ryan Reynolds. Fans, however, did notice Juggernaut in one of the trailers and suspected that Jones was lying about his return. However, when the film was released, the role had been recast with Aaron Reed. Reed had previously worked with Reynolds on the movie Free Guy. Just 2 days after the film's release, Marvel unveiled the surprise cameos of Jennifer Garner as Elektra, Channing Tatum as Gambit, and Wesley Snipes as Blade at Comic-Con. The actors were brought on stage to disclose their appearances in the movie, which was later reflected in further promotional materials. New trailers highlighted the characters' returns, and concept art was made available online, providing further confirmation of their involvement in the film. Robert Downey Jr. was asked to cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine, but turned down the opportunity. He would have featured in the scene that Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan appeared in. The writers of Deadpool and Wolverine didn't know at the time that Robert Downey Jr. would return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe portraying Doctor Doom. This would be announced a few days after the release of Deadpool and Wolverine. Channing Tatum revealed that he had discussions with Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, regarding the possibility of reviving his Gambit movie within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tatum appears as a variant of Gambit in Deadpool and Wolverine, who has been eliminated by the TVA. Reynolds released a deleted scene in which Gambit escaped the Void, suggesting that the character could potentially return in the future MCU movies. Actress Halle Berry, who played Storm in the X-Men movies, revealed that she had spoken to Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively, about reprising her role of Storm in Deadpool and Wolverine. Reynolds ultimately never followed up, and Berry didn't appear in the movie. When looking for a suitable villain in Deadpool and Wolverine, director Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds deliberated over two potential antagonists. They were Magneto and Mephisto. However, their final choice fell on the character Cassandra Nova, who is the unborn twin of Charles Xavier and in the movie is portrayed by Emma Corrin. Vanessa, as played by Marina Baccarin, almost didn't return for Deadpool and Wolverine. The actress was asked in an interview before production if she would appear in the movie. She revealed that she was under contract to return, but they were considering her character not appearing in the film as it didn't fit the story. Baccarin was eager to return, but said it was up to Marvel and not her. Ultimately, she was asked to return for the role. Josh Brolin, who portrayed Cable in Deadpool 2, had expressed upset having not been asked to return for Deadpool and Wolverine. Brolin joked that he doesn't appear in the movie because Ryan Reynolds doesn't like him. Brolin has expressed an interest in returning, but there was simply no place for the character. The film's director, Sean Levy, stated that the film is a two-hander between Deadpool and Wolverine, and that led to Cable having no natural place in the story. Ryan Reynolds revealed that there were conversations about including the cast of the 2015 Fantastic Four movie in Deadpool and Wolverine. However, those discussions ultimately didn't come to fruition. As a nod to the Marvel Fox movies that spanned the past 24 years, footage from behind the scenes of the Fantastic Four film was incorporated into the end credits montage, paying homage to the franchise's history. Deadpool and Wolverine was able to surpass Joker as the highest-grossing R-rated movie of all time at the international box office. Joker had previously held that title, making $1.07 billion at the global box office. Deadpool and Wolverine also overtook The Passion of the Christ as the highest-grossing domestic R-rated movie. The Passion of the Christ had held that position since its release in 2004, earning around $370 million at the US box office. Ryan Reynolds revealed that he had approached other actors from previous Marvel movies to reprise their roles in Deadpool and Wolverine. Reynolds had discussions with both Ben Affleck to return as Daredevil, as well as Nicolas Cage to return as Ghost Rider. Concept art had also been produced for the film featuring these two characters. Elektra is seen wearing the belt of Daredevil from the 2003 movie. It is revealed that the version of Daredevil in The Void has been killed by Cassandra Nova. Daphne Keane reprises her role of Laura, aka X-23, from Logan. She had kept her role secret and denied appearing in the movie. She stated that she took inspiration from Andrew Garfield hiding his return as Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home. Keane stated she was going to give a nod to her return by stating she is not the werewolf, a reference that Garfield made when questioned about his potential return. Daphne Keane was revealed in a trailer just 2 weeks before the film's release. Kevin Feige stated that they revealed her return in the trailer as Keane wanted to attend the premiere of the movie, and questions of her appearing in the movie would have been asked with her showing up to the red carpet. The director of Deadpool and Wolverine, Sean Levy, revealed that when he had approached Henry Cavill to cameo as a Wolverine variant, he immediately said yes. Henry Cavill is credited as the Cavalrine. Whilst filming his cameo for the movie, Henry Cavill kept a lit cigar in his mouth for most of the entirety of the day. Sean Levy, the film's director, said, "I remember hearing the next day that Henry was sick to his stomach because he had been inhaling cigar smoke for 8 hours straight, but never once did he wave." Ryan Reynolds' character Deadpool engages in fourth-wall-breaking, humorous remarks about the divorces of Hugh Jackman and Jennifer Garner. While some individuals had expressed criticism towards the movie for including such content, the director, Sean Levy, said those lines would not have been in the film if Hugh and Jen didn't think they were funny. Deadpool and Wolverine is the first R-rated movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Whilst making the movie, both the director Sean Levy and the film star Ryan Reynolds felt they would get pushback from Disney and Kevin Feige. Levy said they had total creative freedom when making the movie, stating, "We kept waiting for pushback, we would turn in drafts of the script, we would turn in cuts of the movie, and we waited for what we thought would be the inevitable Marvel or Disney request to tone it down. Those requests never came." Hugh Jackman appeared as the character Wolverine 9 times and never wore the iconic yellow and blue costume from the comics, till his 10th outing as the character in Deadpool and Wolverine. Jackman said, "From the moment I put it on here, I was like, how did we never do this? It looked so right, it felt so right, I was like, that's him." Hugh Jackman revealed that when he first wore the iconic yellow Wolverine suit on the set, and Jackman even said that it made grown men cry with joy. What is your favourite fact about Deadpool and Wolverine? Is there anything from the film that is missing in this video? Let me know in the comments. To see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to receive notifications for all of my videos. That's it for now, thanks for tuning in.